What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by Helmet to Helmet 49ers podcast. I'm your host, JT. My co-host is my dad.
All right, let's go. Let's do this, JT.
First, don't forget to like
and subscribe.
Cue the intro music. Alright, so the 49ers beat the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football a few days ago. And the score was pretty close towards the end, and it shouldn't have been that close. But the score was 30-24.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Niners are 4-4 at 50.
Yeah.
500.
Yeah, at 500. Yeah. And we're in third place. Tied. Three-way tie, I believe. Is it three? Is it wait, are we second or third?
I think second.
Second place. Who's first then? Seahawks or the
Cardinals.
Cardinals first. We're second.
Yeah.
But we Seattle. Well, we did beat Seattle, so that helps.
The Cardinals have a negative 27-point differential, while we have a plus 28-point differential.
So we should be having a much better record because of that. But because of
our schedule,
just bad calls, bad plays at the worst times, we lost games. Gave up big plays, special teams. Overall, we should have won almost all those games. Not maybe Minnesota or KC, but the Rams and the Cardinals, we should have won those. But we let it slip through our fingers. So yeah. The game came pretty close, like you said, 30-24, but pretty much we handled the Cowboys as usual. Purdy had a really good game. He was 18 for 26 for 260 yards, one touchdown, QB rating of 114.3, and he also rushed 8 times for 56 yards and a touchdown. So that was a pretty good day for Purdy, for sure. Nice get back game from the that terrible KC game he had.
Doing without his main weapons.
Exactly, right? Okay, we get to talk about Purdy just for a second. It's always been the question. Oh, he has so many weapons. He has Debo and Kittle and Ayuk and McCaffrey. But when half of that or most of that, no Juwan Jennings, Debo was kind of not himself. No CMC, of course, and Ayuk is out. He still is able to do it. I wouldn't say Dallas is one of the better teams, though, but Purdy had to basically right the ship and keep it going, and I think he's done a pretty good job. There's always going to be questions. There's always going to be wondering, like, is he that great? Is he elite? Is he top 5? Don't know. Maybe the verdict's the jury's still out on that. Maybe he still has to prove himself a little bit more often, be more consistent.
Sorry if the audio is bad.
Sorry about that.
Anyways.
Yeah, let's go through the game then, huh?
Yeah, let's go position by position.
Okay.
So next is running back. Jordan Mason got injured, and he re-aggravated his shoulder injury. And then the person who came in for him
Oh man. Okay. What are you gonna do?
Are we playing a new microphone? Or
Nope. I don't know how it's gonna go. It's good, right?
do without it?
Well, we
Yeah, Purdy's been playing great, but you know who's also been playing great? Isaac Arundel.
who? You had a Isaac Grendel sighting? Are you sure?
Yep.
Jordan Mason's the man, though, right?
But he got injured.
Yes, that's right. He did.
He injured his shoulder.
Okay, yeah. So hopefully that's not going to be lingering. But yeah, Grendel had a pretty good day. He did run 14 rushes for 85 yards, 6.1 average. That's really good, huh? And
Yeah.
he's got his first touchdown, right?
This is a great game for him.
Yeah, and he almost had 2 touchdowns. He could have had 3 touchdowns this season, but he
Slid at the end.
slid in one of them too. Yes. All right. What else? Who else are we gonna talk about? The receivers.
Yeah. So Debo Samuel, you know, he was all right. Nothing too special.
Too special. He had a 4 receptions for 71 yards. Huh?
Uh,
17.8 yard per average. It's not bad.
it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad,
It's
not
alright.
bad. And that's coming off of like pneumonia, huh? I
Yeah.
mean, I did not think he was. I thought he was going to be a decoy. I didn't think he'd be able to run well. I thought he'd be a decoy, really. And then they were like chucking deep passes to him and stuff. It was pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. It surprised me. I didn't think he was going to be that, dominating in this game.
But the player who was the most dominant was George Kittle.
Oh yeah, it was National Tight End Day.
Yeah, coincidentally, all the Titans performed really well.
Yeah. They said it was the best ever for one day for the tight ends. I forgot, was it
Who keeps track of
receptions or
that?
something like that? Somebody took track of that. I don't know who pulls these stats out, but yeah, they said it was the best ever, and coincidentally, it was on National Tight End Day. What was his stat line for Kittle?
6 receptions for 128 yards and 1 touchdown.
That is quite impressive. He would make some great plays. He's been great this whole season.
Yeah.
You know, he's gotten older, and you think, and all the injuries, right? You were talking about is like he's injured every week. Something pops up. He's giving his all, his body, his everything, blood, sweat, and tears, and he just keeps coming through. Amazing. I hope he's a Niner for life.
Yeah. I think he will be because, like, how many more years does he have with us? Like 2 more?
I don't know how many more years, but yeah,
I think he'll retire after this contract if he has, like, at least 2 more years.
I hope they extend him. He needs to hit the 10-year mark. Remember what year he was drafted? Was it
2017, yeah.
Yeah. So got to get him over to 2027. I don't know when his contract ends, but
2027?
there's not too many people that hit the 10-year mark with the Niners.
Yeah, this is like Eric Arms said Jimmy Wolf have been close,
Yep.
but they left last second.
Yep, exactly. And it's harder. Before, people used to spend their whole careers, but nowadays with free agency it's different now, and it's a bit harder. So I hope Kittle, he deserves it, and hopefully he's a Niner and doesn't ever wear another team's jersey. Okay, all right.
He's gonna go Jaguars on April Fools.
Crazy. Okay, enough of the Kittle love. Well deserved though. Ricky Parasol showed up, huh? What you think?
Yeah, he played better than I expected.
Yeah. I mean, I was guesstimating like 80 yards. And that's a pretty good game, but he was pretty good. He was 4 for 4. So basically, he caught everything that was thrown to him, which is a big deal because it's his second game ever. He still might have butterflies in his stomach, a little nervous, He thought he might drop some passes. Didn't really practice enough compared to everybody else, with the offense and with Purdy. But yet he shined very well against Sunday night game. Nations watching. He impressed, I think. And he took that jet sweep too. So he can do different types of plays, Kind of a gadgety guy too. So, hey, it's looking up. Arrows pointing up for Pearsall right now.
Do you think he's gonna live up to Brandon Ayuk this year?
What?
Or like
Ayuk?
Yeah, this type of Ayuk. This year's Ayuk that lasted.
He's going to be equal to what Ayuk was this season?
Yeah.
Which was kind of disappointing?
No. But like the stat line, I would say like 50 yards a game.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think with the lack of wide receivers, Pearsall is wide receiver 1 or 2, actually. I mean, who else would it be, right? I mean, Ayuk was number 1. It's just that Debo's not the usual traditional wide receiver. So he's kind of, a hybrid wide back, of course, right? So if you want to go traditional wide receiver, Pearsall might take over the X spot from Ayuk. Not saying he's the best receiver we have, but for just, a pure receiver type, Pearsall could be the best we have. Better than Conley, better than Cowie. It's not stretching too far out, I think. So, and he's looking good. He's got good hands. He's running sharp routes. That's what you need to have a good start. And it looks like he has. So he received for 38 yards. Not fantastic, but it's a good start. And he gave 39 yards for a jet sweep too. And I thought he ran that very well. Took his blocks and everything, huh?
Yeah. Now, next, let's move to like the O-line. How do you think they did?
Let me see. Purdy seemed to have more time. I know PFF grades were pretty. You told me, Trent Williams was one of them, top 5, I think, on the offense, and
Brendel.
Yeah, the guy who we don't prefer to have on the O line. He actually did a pretty good job protecting and I guess blocking too, run blocking too. So yeah, even a broken clock, as I say.
Placed him with John Feliciano.
I heard he might be coming back pretty soon.
Ooh, after the bye week?
Yep.
That'd be so cool. We need him.
All right, so let's just go over the top plays, huh? What do you think?
All right.
Okay, so starts off one of the big plays. Debo goes for a long throw, which totally shocked me, the whole thing with the pneumonia thing. And then soon after, the Cowboys have the ball, and Dak, I remember, is pressured by Bosa, right?
Yeah. And then he throws interception to Jair Brown. I caught it. It looked like it was hanging in the air. It was perfect to be picked.
Yeah, I don't think Dak could get enough underneath it, so it was pretty short. And there was a safety over the top, Brown, and I forgot who was covering. Maybe Lenore, or was it Green?
Malik?
2 safeties?
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
In the second quarter, Bosa finally gets a sack. With all the pressures he's gotten, he finally gets a sack on Dak. So that was nice. And then there was another play where Dak threw to the back of the end zone. The Dallas, and then I think Mustafa, right, was covering him pretty tight in the back of the end zone, and then he was able to deflect the pass, but then it still went into the hands of the receiver. He was able to catch it. Then he knocked it out again. So it was That was great. Great skill by Mustafa to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Stop that touchdown.
And then on offense, Isaac Grendo had 2 first downs on back-to-back runs.
Yeah, this is where showed his speed. He was almost, if he broke one more tackle, he would have went the distance on that first run, that big run he had. But he does have that big play appeal, and yeah, it reminds me of Mostert. Not just because of his number, but yeah, definitely his speed, size and speed reminds me of Mostert. Um, and then there was a lot of uh, in the second quarter. Purdy was scrambling, and he scrambled for a big gain. So that was something that was happening in this game. Was Purdy was using his feet and scrambling when things broke down, and got some great yardage out of that.
Yeah, and then Kittle got a big gain, continuing to dominate the Cowboys as he always does.
Yep. And then the third quarter, I was not around, but um, there was a good 21-0 run, I think, for the Niners. I had to go to work. Kittle had a short TD. Grendo also later on does a dive into the end zone. He gets his first touchdown that we were talking about. Demo gets interception.
He barely stays in bounds.
That was a good play. Excellent play. Demo's hot, man. I really hope we can re-sign him. Now he's getting even hotter. I don't know. This is the one guy I wanted to re-sign, and it was Demo. Yeah, I hope he doesn't price himself out. I really hope we keep that
Do you
guy.
think $15 million a year?
I have no clue what the running rate is, but it depends how elite he thinks he is. Is he top 10
Just
corner?
agent.
You know, you got to compare yourself to other players, then you know where you kind of slot in for your salary. I don't know. He works well for us. I think he's a great player. So Kittle, next thing you know, Kittle gets his TD. I remember flags flew, and then they thought it was like a illegal block by Conley. Remember they ran.
Oh yeah, they ran into each other. But
Yeah,
like it was,
ran into
it was
the
the
corner.
defender's fault for like stepping into him. So
Something like that, yeah. But Conley wasn't doing it on purpose. He was just running his route. It just so happened he ran into the defender that was guarding Kittle.
and
So
Kittle has this 6th touchdown, which is the same amount he had last season.
Amazing, yes, amazing. He later on he catches his 500th catch, which was awesome. I think he's third place over of all time for the Niners, maybe in yards and receptions. He's right behind Jerry Rice and T.O. What an amazing players to be compared to for the Niners. But before that catch, Purdy did this cool play. I just saw it in replays because I didn't see it live, but you said it looked like it was a design run play by Purdy, but actually it was a change of heart from Purdy. He saw that I think the linebacker was covering Debo. It might have been like a screen pass or a swing pass to Debo. He decided not to throw it, keep it himself, and ran for I don't know how many yards that was. Like 20 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
That was great improving by Purdy. Then later on, Purdy
Had a 2-yard touchdown sneak. He's been getting a lot of those sneak touchdowns.
he's getting pretty good at that. And then fourth quarter, Sam O.
Yeah. What's his last name?
Sammy O.
Samuel.
Sam I am. I don't know. I'm sure even people on TV call him Sam O. I don't think anybody wants to know how to pronounce his name. That's kind of funny. But yeah, a great pickup. He's been playing great. I think he has like 3.5 sacks this season. It's not bad for a pickup like that. then Pearsall does that jet sweep and gains 39 yards, which was really really nice. He really worked his blocks, and I think Conley was running down the field too, and he was like, shifty and trying to get more yards. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. JT brought up the information about George Kittle. I guess he's caught his 500th. Um, I think in yards, he's third place. Actually, no.
He
Oh,
is.
yeah, he's in third place. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Yep. And then with receptions, he's fifth place.
But maybe against the Buccaneers.
Oh, that's the
10,
thing.
He could
Yeah.
be third.
He just needs 15 more receptions to move into third place all time, bypassing Dwight Clark and Roger Craig. Yeah. Whew. That's some storied names right there he's moving up against. Very impressive. And the game ended with Garendel with the slide. This time it seemed like it was on purpose. Right before the end zone. I say just score the touchdown. It's too close. But what a team player. He foregoes the glory of a touchdown, a stat of a touchdown, to slide. So that's good for him. But a touchdown would have been pretty sweet too. Just work that score, up on the Cowboys.
A 20-plus yard rushing touchdown for Isaac Orendo. That's all you want.
But the thing is, it's like, okay, maybe he should have scored a touchdown, but you never know. We kick off, and then Turpin runs it back for a touchdown. Then they get an onside kick, then they get the ball back, and then it's crazy things can happen with that special team. So I don't trust special teams. So Garendo sliding was the best thing. The best thing. And I know some people said, "Oh, he should have scored. He should have scored." It would have been a 2-score game. 2 scores can go pretty fast on our special teams, though. That kind of lead. Yep. So, what else you want to talk about? That was
Let's
the
talk
game.
about the injuries after the game.
Okay.
So Renard Green, our new starting cornerback, not Isaac Yadam. He is day-to-day with a sprained ankle.
He was the highest rated PFF graded player, right?
Yeah.
Overall?
Like 91 something.
Very impressive. My God. These rookies, they're surprising. Nice surprise.
And then Chris Conley, it has a hamstring injury and I didn't say if he's day-to-day, but
he's questionable.
Yeah, questionable. And then Jordan Mason is also a day-to-day, re-aggravating his shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
And then Debo has rib and oblique strains. He's injured again. And then D. Winters also got injured.
That was a concussion.
Yeah, concussion protocol.
See if he can pass protocol by the time the Bucks game comes up. You never know. Sometimes people take a long time to pass those tests and clear concussion protocol.
And then you want to talk about Trevor Star? It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
That's the reason he's kind of off this season, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's it, because
He said he knew why, but he didn't want to say.
I heard a long time ago he was taking some time, personal time, like I forgot, from training camp or practice. I remember John Chapman mentioning it and saying it must be pretty serious. We don't know. Nobody knows. Maybe some of the higher ups in the Niners knew, maybe the players did. I'm sure they did. But media didn't know. Fans didn't know. And I remember John Chapman assuming that it was pretty bad to ask for time off, personal time off from that. It has to be something pretty bad. And then I think people just forgot. And then his play wasn't very good. And people started critiquing his play, never thinking that there was something that could be behind it. And, very sad. Yeah. not much else to say that to lose a child, a 1 year old daughter. Sorry for Ward.
Yeah.
It must be so difficult, so difficult. I can't imagine it. Um, I hope he has time to mourn and heal. Football is not that important. If he needs some time off or whatever,
Yeah, at
I
least
hope
he
he
has a
gets
bye
it.
week.
He has the bye week, and I hope you just need time to heal. So I wonder how what he's going to do, what he's going to choose to do, what the Niners will allow him to do. Maybe skip this, or let's Ronaldo Green and somebody else become the. I don't know. It's tough. It is your job. It's a high profile job, and the team needs you to be at your best. But if you can't be at his best, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But thoughts and prayers are out for Ward and his family. Yeah. I mean, compared to anything else, that is the most important thing, his family. Football, not so much. But, yeah.
So I think the last thing we're gonna talk about is Nick Bosa and his hat.
And his hat, his MAGA hat. Make America Great Again, yes. I didn't even see it until I heard on the news. I was like, oh, okay, sure. Um, we don't get into politics, but for us on the podcast, but maybe it wasn't the most appropriate thing for Nick to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Niners are celebrating the win, and kind of just ruining it with just having a hat on supporting
Yeah,
politics.
popping it in when he wasn't even invited, just to show that cap. No need. I mean, your team needs you, and the team wants to be united and feel good about this win against the Cowboys going to the bye. I don't think they needed him to pop up with the cap. And the NFL will probably fine him for that too. So it was not something he should have done.
100K
I don't know how much he's gonna be. I mean, we've seen other ones for like 11,000. Wasn't there? Who was that again? Who got fined?
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams for punching. So we're in a cap. I hope it's not 100,000 when punching somebody else is 11 or something. Wasn't it 11,000? Yeah. Anyways, all right. So what do we got coming up? Trade deadline. That's exciting. The Niners are always looking to upgrade every season.
Yeah, now there's need to upgrade. They desperately need an upgrade, I think.
We need an upgrade, but people think, oh, the people coming back from injury. That's the upgrade right there. It's already in house. We don't need to spend any draft picks or any extra money to sign other people. I know, there's Deontay Johnson just got traded. D-Hop got traded, yeah. Devontae Adams, of course. Mari Cooper. Yeah, there's a good amount of receivers that got moved already. And Deontay Johnson's the most recent today, and he got traded to the Ravens. So people are making moves. It's time to make our move too. But if we do, what position? But that's
all the receivers are kind of lame.
Lame.
Like Adam Thielen.
I know.
Titans wide receivers, they're not good.
You don't know who's available, who's on the trading block, what the teams would want to do. Who knows? But yeah, you're just looking for quality depth. You're not looking for a starter, maybe. I don't know. But we did lose a starter. That's the thing. We lost Ayuk, so can Pearsall be close to that? Maybe 600, 700 yard type of receiver. I mean, he's only started. He only came in just recently, so you're gonna have to give him some slack on that. But can he be that productive? Maybe. He's looking pretty good, but you want to hinge this season and the Super Bowl, hopefully Super Bowl run that we can make on a rookie wide receiver starting for us. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. So our next podcast, hopefully, we talk about the trades.
Maybe mid-season awards.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. We are at the midway point, definitely, and we can, talk about that. Yeah, totally. Trade deadline, mid-season awards. Yeah, sounds good. Let's do that.
Well, that wraps it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.